And welcome here to SmackDown, and we have something big coming up as Gunther and John Cena will meet face-to-face for technically the second time, but the first time since John Cena officially became #1 contender. Now, Gunther beat Kurt Angle last week to retain his title, in which Cena and Gunther met face-to-face backstage. However, now John Cena is the official #1 contender now that Kurt's opportunity already came, so it will be Gunther versus Cena at an unknown date, which may be confirmed in this segment. Of course, we know it will not be before Survivor Series, as Gunther and Randy Orton already have scheduled dates to meet up. Randy will also not be defending his championship before that time. But after Survivor Series, it could be any given date. And here comes John Cena, the official #1 contender for the PWG Championship. He already held a world title this year, and now he's looking to win it on the other brand.
And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest
We don't know how much longer we have with John Cena, but he wants to go out strong and he wants to be the world champion. And he's going to be facing Gunther very, very soon. Of course, we are here live from Portland, Oregon as well. Haven't been on the West Coast in a while. We're back here. John, it's an honor that you are now a #1 contender for my championship. Of course, I have beaten legends already, and I just beat Kurt last week. And I look to beat Randy Orton at Survivor Series. And then it's you. And now there is no official date to when we will have our match. I already had a couple dates in mind. And I was thinking either the Christmas episode, the New Year's episode, aka day one. So, what is it, John? Because day one already looks stacked with Roman Reigns and Solo main eventing.
I mean, wait, what was the first two options again?
The Christmas episode.
Now, Portland. Who wants to have do you guys want to have it on Christmas? Or you want to have it on day one?
I actually got a call from Adam Pearson. He told me that he wants to put it on day one to compete with Raw, because Raw already has their marketable match in Roman versus Solo. So yeah, let's do it at day one.
Alright.
And of course that will be in Toronto. We haven't been to Canada too much this year, but we're going to be there and we're going to have our match, and I'm going to beat you. And we're going to have a good build towards it. I mean, it's only November, and we still have until January, until day one. And I'll like to see you there, John.
But Gunther,
What?
as somebody who's fell victim to him in this ring, be careful with Orton. I want to face you for the title, and I don't want to be a face of a vacant match because you weren't healthy to wrestle. I want it you. I don't want no.
Not only will I remain healthy versus Randy Orton, I'm going to beat Randy Orton at Survivor Series. And that'll be that. Because the one type of wrestler Randy Orton hasn't faced during his last two title reigns is somebody like me, someone who could push him to his limit without weapons having to be involved. And I know that I have it in me to beat Randy Orton at Survivor Series on a week from Saturday. Anyways, it was a pleasure meeting with you again, John. And I guess we're gonna have to talk a lot to each other until day one, because day one's quite a while away. But thanks. And so some mutual respect there between Gunther and John Cena. But I mean, you gotta wonder how long that's gonna last, because there's still about around 2 months left until day one. So a month and a half. We're back here in Portland, and here comes Cora Jade.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Of course, won Money in the Bank, beat Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam, and has a chance to beat Charlotte all in her rookie year, so it's been impressive for her. And Charlotte, of course, won her 15th championship this year when she beat Io Sky at SummerSlam. SummerSlam. Now here comes Charlotte Flair, potentially the toughest match, of course, faced in her career up to this point. So here we go, Cora versus Charlotte here.
Yep. The incredible rookie versus the greatest of all time.
And Cora starting off strong here. And collar number tie-up. Cora sends Charlotte against the ropes here. Charles Robinson trying to separate this. And Charlotte takes a cheap shot. Cora counters. Charlotte takes the ribs. Back and forth they go here. Cora sends her into the corner, and there's a drop kick. Charlotte gonna go for the leg. Slamming her head against the mat here. Wrap her legs around the head. Taking Cora up. And, of course, this would be a huge win for Cora ahead of Survivor Series, and a big boost to not only her momentum, but Raw's momentum as a whole, beating one of these superstars on Team SmackDown, which is full with stars like Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and such, but beating somebody like Charlotte, of course, somebody who's held 15 championships, has been in the main event of WrestleMania, and has even been involved in Survivor Series matches. The biggest win, of course, for up to this point, if you're only counting singles action, is probably her win versus Alexa Bliss at the Night 1 opener of SummerSlam. Back and forth they go. Charlotte with a chop there. Cora with a big quad. And now looking for a little bit of a comeback here as she takes out the leg of Flair. And there's an elbow from Charlotte. Yeah, sort of a chop kick. But...
Charlotte. This would be an incredible win for Jade.
And you're out.
Slamming Cora's head against the mat.
Blocks the forearm. Cora, whoop, big move coming up here, and bam, down goes Flair. And could this be what Cora needs to win? Going for dirty deeds here, and she's got it. Can she get the win here? Cover, beating Charlotte on her own home turf. 2, and no, just short of the win. Charlotte now, big boot. And that should keep Cora contained for a little bit. Flair now, another big boot. Charlotte starting to go into the attack. Hitting forearms and everything. And a spear. And that might be it. You notice she was trying to really weaken Cora there too, with all those forearm shots. Now we're going to go for natural selection, a move that's won her plenty of matches in her career, and she's down now. But she gets the armor on Cora, and that could be enough. 1, 2, and oh, Cora just able to kick out, and Flair's in disbelief. I mean, right there is where everybody thought this thing was over. And Cora, wait a second. Rolls up Flair. Rolls up Flair. 1, 2, and Cora Jade with the upset. Wow. In shocking fashion, Cora actually gets the win by pinning Flair, and this is a huge momentum boost for Team Raw going to Survivor Series 1 week from tomorrow night.
Yeah, the women's team, I mean, Cora, you have Miss Money in the Bank, you have Roxanne Perez, you have who's challenging for the world title,
Tiffany and Bliss as
the
well.
U.S. champion, and a former U.S. champion.
And here comes Roman Reigns, so the reports of him returning were true. And he's not very happy right now.
And he's got Solo on Raw.
And he has to team up with CM Punk 1 week from tomorrow for Team SmackDown at Survivor Series.
Roman Reigns is ore farming in Portland.
Weighing in at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman
The head of the table.
And of course, next week, we will get some more cross-brand action on SmackDown, as Tiffany Stratton will take on Bianca Belair, of course, the two captains of the Women's Survivor Series teams. Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan will meet face-to-face, as they will also face the Survivor Series U.S. Champion versus IC Champion. Braun Breaker will officially accept his role as the captain for Team SmackDown. And he also will be taking on Solo Sikoa on Raw this upcoming Monday. But Roman Reigns, of course, a part of the SmackDown Survivor Series team. And on paper, I mean, it looks like an unstoppable team, but it seems like the only people stopping Roman Reigns and CM Punk from winning that match and leading SmackDown to a victory is Roman Reigns and CM Punk themselves. Oh, and here comes the general manager, Adam Pearce. Roman Reigns didn't have an opportunity to say anything.
Weighing in at 245 pounds.
So not often you see Adam Pearce, of all people, interrupting people like Roman Reigns. Considering Roman kind of gets a pull in this company. And we'll see what Adam Pearce has to say to Roman Reigns when we return here to Portland. Portland, Oregon. Acknowledge me. Now, Adam. What are you doing here trying to interrupt me, Roman Reigns? Huh?
Roman, I
No. Because I actually did want to talk to you.
Alright.
Why am I in this match in the first place? Huh? What do you really think me teaming with CM Punk is going to make anything any better? I mean, what if I don't show up? What if I get myself purposely eliminated, huh? Then what's going to happen?
If you
We will never be on good terms. I will never be on good terms with CM Punk, ever.
If you try and weasel out your way out of it, if you lay your hands on CM Punk at Survivor Series on purpose, like if somebody throws you into him, I don't care. But if you purposely try to attack CM Punk at Survivor Series, you will be fined. You'll be fined and suspended for 6 months without pay, and you'll be fined $125,000.
What the hell's wrong with you, huh? You think it's funny teaming me and CM Punk together? What if he doesn't do it, huh?
Then same thing goes with him. Except that affects him worse because he doesn't have an active job to run to.
After Survivor Series, there's no guarantee for his safety, okay? I am not done with him, and I decide when I am done with him. And this thing does not end at Survivor Series, trust me. Alright? So stay out of my business after Survivor Series. And Roman Reigns telling Adam how it is, saying that this is not over even after Survivor Series, regardless of SmackDown wins or not. Wow.
SmackDown, and here comes Ivar.
Yep.
Accompanied by Eric and
Sarah. Yep, and of course, these are the War Raiders, and they do want a tag team shot, which they might get soon if Ivar can defeat Chris Sabin tonight. But of course, the Motor City Machine Guns will not defend their tag titles for the next week and a half-ish, because every champion is locked for Survivor Series. So we can keep the matches set.
There's 2 NFL teams in their name.
Yep.
Nope. The Vikings and the Raiders.
And of course, to come later tonight, as I mentioned before, Daniel Bryan will take on John Cena, the #1 contender for the world title and the current Intercontinental Champion.
And here's Chris Sabin.
And Alex Shelley.
Hey, you. You're not allowed to orphan. This is Roman Reigns today.
Yep. They've been champions for a little while, and of course, a week from tomorrow night, they will go 2v2 versus the OC.
It's still Roman Reigns today. No orphan.
And all the matches for Survivor Series are, of course, official, and I'll pull up the card in just a second as a little reminder to what the schedule is. For the Women's Survivor Series match, Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade will team, and that's Team Raw, to take on Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, Rhea Ripley, and Charlotte Flair for Team SmackDown. Of course, there's also the Motor City Machine Guns versus the OC, which I just mentioned. Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins, Intercontinental Champion versus US Champion. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky, Raw Women's Champion versus SmackDown Women's Champion. Watch out for Cora Jade this Money in the Bank. Gunther versus Randy Orton, of course, PWG Champion versus PWG World Heavyweight Champion. And then the Men's Survivor Series team. Team Raw will be Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Jey Uso, and Solo Sikoa. And Team SmackDown will be Braun Breaker, who's the captain of the team, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Drew McIntyre. Of course, Drew went out one-on-one with Sheamus a couple weeks back on Raw. And Braun Breaker will go one-on-one with Solo Sikoa this upcoming Monday on Raw. And maybe some more matches to come. CM Punk also took on Sami Zayn this past Monday. I forgot about that too. And Sami Zayn will come here to SmackDown next Friday to go one-on-one with the Intercontinental Champion Daniel Bryan. And Ivar misses there. And Chris Sabin takes him out.
Suicide guy.
This is definitely a weird matchup. Oh my god, look at the strength of Chris Sabin. Holy shit. Takes out Ivar. And he knows he's going to have to do a lot to win this matchup. Of course, size advantage is completely on Ivar's side. Completely not even close.
7.
And a suplex to Chris Sabin on the outside. The referee's at 8. These two got to get back in. Ivar, especially considering this could determine the future for the Viking Raiders' chances at the tag championships. And misses the splash.
Buddy breaks the count.
So Chris Sabin is in a good spot right now to potentially, and it's worth saying this considering he's the champion in this match, but pull off an upset. I mean, obviously, he is the underdog because he's about 200 pounds lighter than Ivar is, but goes to the top. Ivar makes it back up to his feet, and takes a big bump there.
Shit was the Fiend giving him? What the Fiend?
Oh, but he took a big bump there, and Ivar might get a win here because of that. And throws the kendo stick inside the ring. Charles Robinson sees it. This is Valhalla, the one who put it in there. Sabin goes high. And an elbow, no, but he missed. Too far out. A little back and forth here, it seems. Chop after chop between Chris Sabin and Ivar here. Saban gets a block and gets a punch and a chop. And oh, Ivar just overpowering him with a roundhouse kick there. And punching away on Saban. Ivar picks him up. And down he goes. And this actually looks like a match that Ivar might win here. And Saban goes down with a pile driver. And that's it. The Viking Raiders now have a future tag team title match as Ivar has pinned Chris Saban in singles action. What a huge win. And Chris Saban was disadvantaged, of course, in terms of size here, and I think that's what ultimately won Ivar this match. Just too big of an opponent.
Good job from Swamp Ass. I don't know, Ivar looks like he has Swamp Ass. No offense to Ivar.
Here is your winner, Ivar!
And now the #1 contenders for the tag titles after Survivor Series. And we're back here in Portland, and here comes Daniel Bryan. Of course, Bryan is born in this area, not Oregon itself, but Washington State, so, yep. There he is with the Intercontinental Championship that he beat Bronson Reed for back at Bad Blood. And he's here tonight to take on John Cena here in our main event. So I know I have to take on John Cena tonight, and of course, I'm going to love to do that, but there is something that I have to talk about. Now, I will go face-to-face with the United States Champion Seth Rollins next Friday on SmackDown, when I also take on Sami Zayn. However, I just need to let Seth Rollins know something, because I know that he's been going through some problems with Dean and how they kind of gave up the tag championships just so Seth could be U.S. champion. But I need Seth to know that I will take advantage of your problems with Dean right now, because this is a competitive sport, and of course, mental games come into it sometimes. And I know that Dean might not be in Seth's corner in that match. And if he is, I mean, that's a huge boost to Seth. But I'm coming into Survivor Series to win, and I respect Seth Rollins, but there will not be a handshake on Saturday, 1 week from tomorrow. It will be strictly business, and I'm going to get SmackDown the win. And then after I decide my time with the United States Championship, Intercontinental Championship is up, I'm coming for the World Championship, and I don't care if I have to face John Cena again. I don't care if I have to face Gunther. Now, John, let's put on a great match. Come out here. And we saw him earlier tonight, and he's back out. Cena versus Bryan, one-on-one.
And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts.
And the second to last SmackDown before we go to Houston for Survivor Series.
No Spawn, but Raleigh in Vegas will be in the home of the Golden Knights.
Cena versus Bryan next here in Portland. And here we go. Cena versus Daniel Bryan, our main event here on SmackDown. The Intercontinental Champion versus the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight, sorry, for the PWG Championship, John Cena. And collar number tie-up here. Bryan separates, and Bryan takes a shot at Cena. Gotta play smarter, not harder. Cena knows that. And, of course, these two had an all-time classic back at SummerSlam 2013 during the Yes Movement. And when John Cena was at the peak of his Super Cedar stardom. And John now, and Daniel Bryan would win that match. And that was the only time these two ever went one-on-one. And this would be the second time. 12 years later, and Bryan goes for the knee of Cena.
Cena hasn't really had much knee issues, but if I'm Daniel, I'm gonna back us going for knees against the opponents because who does have knee problems? Got Rollins. So go for the knees with everybody until you face off.
John now, and Cena caught Bryan there and turns that into a DDT into his favor, now picking Bryan up from the ground. Cena is not as strong as he was in 2013, but he still has some damn good strength in him, and slams Bryan down right there. And a belly to belly. Of course, I had to lose a lot of weight for his movie roles. Also, the fact that he's almost 50. And, hits him with an insecurity. You know, when this match happened 12 years ago, Bryan was just the youngling, and Cena was on top of the world. And now, I mean, Cena's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame any day now. Bryan, also a future Hall of Famer. And these are just two legends at it. And down goes Cena. Great move there from Bryan. And Cena counters. And Cena, go for the 5 moves of doom. And down goes Bryan, and we all know what's next. Cena connects.
With the 5, neck goes, shot goes.
And now, the cherry on top. Move he's been doing for years. The AA! And pins Bryan to put him away. 2, and Bryan at 2.
I mean, Bryan copying Cena's thing, practically stealing his moves.
Yep, by kicking at it too. And a pile driver by Bryan. And now it's Daniel Bryan in winning position. Throwing Cena to the corner.
Will we be seeing a running knee?
Oh, no.
He's doing it
I'm actually just going to do a flurry of punches onto Cena. And Cena cut open from that last punch there as he gets back up to his feet using the support of the ropes. And Bryan, is teasing another knee there. Feels like he hasn't done enough damage to John Cena yet. And there it is! Cover! 1, 2, and Cena at 2! Almost had him. And Cena trips Bryan up. Now these two are going to continue to fight. Going to go for a back and forth. Cena bleeding all over his face, giving this Portland crowd a classic here in the main event of SmackDown. Cena gets a block and throws 2 punches. Cena gets another block, throws 2 more punches. And Bryan, look at this. And a clothesline.
Makes up for those missed punches.
And Bryan with a knee. We're going to continue to make that cut of John's even worse. And Bryan, he gets another knee here, it might be over. And a drop kick to the head. Could Bryan be looking at another knee? Throwing Cena into the corner. There it is. And he kicks out. Wait a second, what? Seth Rollins is here.
This could go back to earlier.
His opponent for Survivor Series. Wait a minute. Cena. Hey. 1, 2. Cena beats Bryan.
Wow.
But with the support of the United States champion Seth Rollins and his interference, and that is a huge momentum killer for Daniel Bryan going into Survivor Series 1 week from Saturday. Cena with the win.
Big match Jones.
Here is your winner.
Wow. You wouldn't expect Cena to pin Bryan off that, but he had to do what he had to do. Cena with a huge win here in the main event of Friday Night SmackDown.